Alright, welcome to the stream, everybody. It is a late one. It is just turned midnight for me and my time, but we are going to be rolling for Arlecchino. She just dropped in Genshin Impact, so let's get started. No delaying. I know one thing first. We are going to go to the location where it was teased in the couple of the trailers they showed us. Now, where's the place I'm looking for? There's a place I'm looking for. Let's see if we can find it. I remember I saw it somewhere where it was where this spot was. It's like one of these stone structures. That's what it is. I'm trying to find the exact one. Yeah, see, we do have a new area right there, which is cool. We will explore that once we get over there. I am trying to find this this spot where we can do our wishing or wishes at. That's what we're gonna try to find it. If I can't, we'll just roll. We'll just go with it. Here, let me see if I can find it. Give me 1 second. I remember seeing it on my other Twitter account. I remember seeing about it. Let me see if I can find it. Where that spot is. Then we'll know. Actually, I don't think it's on this one. It's on the main. I think it's on this one, I think. Let's see. Yeah, just a little bit of a delay for this, but just trying to find the spot. I remember someone mentioned it. Alright, doesn't look like I can find it. Okay, whatever. There was a stone structure. Oh wait, is this it? Actually, this might be it. This might be what I'm looking for, actually. That might be what I'm looking for. That structure. Let me go check and see if that's what I'm looking for. Because it's from the one of the trailers they showcased, where they showed the battle or the little fight, one of the harbingers versus the young Arlecchino. I'm trying to find that specific. I'm trying to find that spot. Because I think that's where we're gonna do the wishing at. I think it's over here. I could be wrong. Let's see, where am I at? Oh, it's not down there, it's up here. Yeah, I think this is it right here. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. If I remember. This is what's left of the sort of building. Okay, so we're gonna go dead center here. And let's go. Okay. I'm not expecting it, but you know, I have saved up 80 wishes. I have 85 ready to go. I'm not gonna go all in on them yet. I'm gonna go with half of it. I'm gonna go with 40 right now, just to see where we get us. Alright. Here we go. First 10 pull. Okay, so it's just purple and blues. Okay, so nothing special. We did get a Fremine copy. Okay, that's not bad. I do need that. I'm not complaining. And one thing I do have to mention is, I think I've won my last 3 50/50s, so I'm expecting to not get Arlecchino. I am expecting to get a dead 5-star. So, that's what I'm expecting. Okay, we got a Lynette's copy. I'm happy with that too. Let's see. Okay, ooh, I thought that was going to be a gold. I thought it was for a minute. Okay, another Femine copy. Okay. Alright, 10 more. Oh, I thought it was a gold again. It's not. Okay, another Lynette. Not Lynette. Yeah, Lynette. Okay. So I am at like I'm at like 65, I think, pity. So this is like a 75. Okay, there's no gold. Okay, I did get Kiara. Okay, I don't have her, so that's cool. I will take that. Okay, this next wish here should be a gold. It has to be a gold. But I'm not expecting Arlecchino. I am not expecting her. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, there's the gold. There's the gold. Okay, I'm not expecting her. Let's see. Okay, Zenling. Okay. Where's that gold?
I am the
Let's go!
Arlecchino,
Let's
fourth of the three
go!
harbingers. The
Yes!
children of the House of the Hearth call me father.
Woo!
I do hope our
Let's
partnership proves
let's
to be a
go!
pleasant one.
Let's go!
Although I would
Woohoo!
imagine that
We
should be
got
fairly
Arlecchino!
easy.
Yes!
After all.
Holy hell! I didn't expect it, but let's go. We accomplished what I needed to do. Oh man. Now I do want to try for her weapon too, and that would be really cool if we get her weapon too. I don't expect the weapon, but if we do get that, oh, it's a clean sweep. Let me check my history of the wish. Okay, so I did get Raiden's weapon. It was the last 5-star, so I'm like on a 1 pity on that. I don't think it's. I mean, we could throw 110 pull in and see if we can get something. I think that might be for the best, to see if we can try. Let's try. Okay, no, it's not gonna work this time. I do get another Kojisara copy. I'm not complaining. Alright, let's throw the last ones in. Let me get this. Okay. Alright. Let's throw the last 15 in for an extra Arlecchino. Maybe we can get lucky. Okay, no we don't. Okay. So nothing there. Okay. We'll only have enough for 4. I technically spent all my wishes. But we did what we had to do. We got her, and I'm happy. Let's go one at a time, just for the heck of it. Maybe we can get another gold. That'd be really cool. Okay, that's a purple. Another Zunling, if I'm saying her name right. Probably not, but cool. I do need that. Let's see. I don't think we're gonna get another gold. I don't think so. We might be hitting deads here. Alright, purple. Okay, a Lynette, another Lynette. Okay. We'll exchange for another wish. Exchange for another. Okay, purple again. It is a bow. Nah, I'm not really interested. Alright, last one. It's gonna be another purple. And it's another feminine. So we at least get one more. We get one more. Alright, we'll throw it in. Let's see what happens. And it's a common, or a rare. Okay, so that's all of my wishes. I had at least almost 100 saved up. So,
Navigating the
yeah.
world is a whole lot easier.
But, we go to the far end. We accomplished what I wanted to do. We got Arlecchino. We got the Knave. You can't tell because of my VTuber model, but I have the biggest grin on my face right now. Biggest grin on my face right now. And this is amazing. You know, I fell in love with the character when she was first introduced. And I mean, you know, I really hope I hope she has a side quest well, not a side quest, but a story quest about her, and you know, just get to know her character more. But just like I didn't expect it. Wow, that is just amazing. We gotta thank the gotcha gods. Gotta thank them. Putting cross some arm on my chest there for that one. Thank you. We have 4. Okay, and the other characters we have 4 Fremine copies, which will get him to C5, which is amazing. And Lynette, we got 3 of those, which she'll be C3, which is amazing as well. And Kiara, which I did not have. That's another ad. I'm happy about that too. And we did get that Kojusara copy. And Zongling got 2 for her. So I am happy as well. I don't know if I'm saying her name wrong. Or saying it wrong. Saying it right. But yeah. My Kojusara is going to be C5. That means 1 away from a C6 Kojusara, which is what I actually do want. But like, you know, I'm just so happy, man. Oh my god, I was really expecting to get like a C6 Kaching or whatever. I was expecting it for so long. I was expecting it. I was expecting to get just nothing. But we were blessed to get this just amazing character. I mean, we're not going to get her weapon, I don't think, but I mean, I think the best weapon for her is this one right now. That I can use. I think that's the best one. Which is this is refinement level 3. I don't know if it is the best one. I don't know. I just don't know. But we'll roll with this for now just to give her something pretty powerful. And we'll start leveling her up. Okay, so she takes the recruit insignias. Okay, so she does take those. Takes rainbow roses, and of course the pyro stuff. So we're only going to get her to level 40 for now. We're going to have to fight the boss, which is a Legatus Golem. Don't know where that's at. Probably in the new area. But, yeah. So her talents are normal attack, invitation to a beheading. Okay, that's very descriptive. What? Jeez. Very descriptive. All is ash, Bale Moon Rising, and these other things which are just part of it. Agony alone may be repaid. Strength alone can defend. The Bale Moon alone may know. And her constellations, which are just, yeah. Well, I will say this for future players who are trying to get Arlecchino. I'm guessing this is the correct spot. I'm not entirely sure. But if it actually is, you need to go to this spot and do your wishing for her right there. I mean, it worked for me. So, I mean, I'll take it. Alright. So let's go look for the, So I'm guessing the new boss is in this area. We do have a waypoint already over here, which is interesting. I'm not sure what this area is, but this is where we're at. So, Statue of the Seven? Okay. So this is a little island that we have, which is interesting. So what do we got here? Captured by the golems. So I'm guessing that's one of the enemies, I'm guessing? Well, I mean, enemies, obviously. There's people over there. Yeah, I mean, they see us. I mean, of course. There's a kitty cat. Oh, now he's gone again. Now it's gone. Okay, so let me read this. So, uh, as you know, this was once a peaceful town. In those days, it was not yet named Petrichor? I don't know. I'm guessing that. We Fontanians lived here in peace and safety until the golem armies of the Dark Lord Remus came. He was an awful tyrant, one one who claimed to be the ruler of all waters. His forces had already obliterated countless towns and cities before arriving at ours. He took our lands, polluted the sources of pure water, and even tried to use music to tempt us. They raised hell. What hell? There we go. Damn. They raised hell. Gotta raise hell. No, sorry. They raised high bell towers and fortresses, and the Dark Lord's man, I cannot talk. Damn. And the Dark Lord's fell melody enslaved our king. But we Fontanians free rejected his rule. Thus did I, and the warriors under my command, march to war all across the land. Hmm. So I guess we gotta fight them, I guess. Interesting.
Illusion shattered.
Just grab them real quick and throw them. There you go. And the thieves who were beaten so badly they couldn't spare even a thought for the treasures fled on their boat. Hmm. I mean, they got their ass kicked. So I mean, what do you expect? Yeah. It's like the option here. Paimon expressing disinterest in treasure. Saying it isn't. Well, actually, that should be the way that should be pronounced is say it ain't so, but say it isn't so. What? What? I mean, unless that's their way of saying it, but like, isn't it say it ain't so? Isn't that the way it's supposed to be? I don't know. Or consider this a necessary investigation. Well, we'll go with that answer. Uh, there's a trap. There could be. You never know. And as so it happens, there were no traps in the container of the evil dark lordy variety or otherwise. But there was no valuable treasure within either. Within was naught but heavy shards of shattered stone. Well, that might be still might be something still. Might be something. Okay, so we just looked into the statue. So, how unforgettable the. Oh well, okay. Well, I should read it faster. Should read it faster. Okay, so what the hell is this? Oh, I thought I was supposed to move, but yes, it's automatic. But the way this thing's staring at me, it reminds me of the beginning part of Skyrim where you see the guard there just stares at you. Why did that sound like the whale? It sounded like the not the whale, the narwhal. Why did it sound like that? Eternal City. Hmm. Hmm. O King, cursed by fate, drown thyself in song, wine, and feast, for the day judgment and wills have come, or something like that. Okay. Only seeing us, there ain't no curse. Well, I mean, what's with the people in the background with this behind them? That's the big question.
Clock knights. Chin up, soldiers! Look to your equipment. Don't lose them again.
Get that statue thing right there. just try being character. Yeah, you're probably dreaming. Yep. I guess he fell asleep or just knocked out cold. Yeah, just plain in character. Just a random cat. Alright, let me check on the other quests and stuff we got. So, guide and in battle. Oh, hey, we got new chapters. Like new stuff to do. Ah, sweet. That's always good. Get new stuff. Always awesome. That's helpful. So this is her story quest. So I'm going to unlock that story quest And I think we'll start it here in a minute. As I don't want to get too far into this quest. Yeah, so we have to complete that quest to get this boss. Okay. Alright. That's interesting. Let me check something. Yeah, we got some primal gems there. Also, let me change my picture to Arlecchino. Yeah. Change that. Um, saying that my game's hitting a high ping. Okay, it wasn't. Why is it hitting such high ping? It shouldn't be doing that. Come on, fix yourself. It's not right. Why is it hit? Why is it hitting so high? I don't know if is there an issue with the stream or anything, because that ping is on the right is really high for some reason.
Once
Let's
there was
skip
a
this. I don't care about that. Just this thing. Battle pass stuff.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
Alright. Let's test that Arlecchino, see what she plays like in the game. In her test run. Okay, so we can check on what she has. So of course she has her own weapon, of course. Yeah, it is a crit rate weapon. So okay, so the weapon I have is technically the same. It's just not the actual weapon. Artifacts are that set. And constellations are nothing. Talents are all level 8. Okay. Alright, let's see what she plays like. Let's see. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Alright, let's see what her special is. We didn't get to see the animation, because we were stuck next to character enemies. I do like the scythe though, that's really cool. Like you hold it down and you hit way up. Okay, now we can finally see it. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, that scythe is really cool. Lenny's is well known, obviously, because I tested that one before. I think I tested that during the version 4 .0 stream a long time ago. I think. Now I'm gonna be honest, this is not gonna be a very long stream. It's probably gonna be like an hour long because, you know, it's not gonna be very long for today. But I will do more, you know, in the future. But I think what we're gonna do now is we're just going to do her story chapter because I mean, you know, why not? So let's go do that. That's what I'm gonna do the most. Let's do her chat. Let's do her story chapter. Get to know her character more.
Hey, traveler, Paimon.
Oh, Lenny.
Oh, Paimon knows that voice.
Yeah, look down.
Over here.
How do you hear him from that far away? It's not like he's even shouting. He's just like talking. He's just like normal voice. Like how do you hear him from that far away? Damn, they're Vulcan hearing.
One of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment.
Or Vulture hearing, whatever the hell it is. Yeah, that.
Running
I just had to make a
into you two out of
reference.
the blue like this has really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson? Wait, Paimon's got it. You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
No.
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front. so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Oh, are Lynette and Fremine here too?
Well, yeah, well, it
Yep,
should be.
along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more crowded than usual.
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson? Sounds like you've run into way more than just a bit of trouble. What's really going on?
Well...
It's something you can't
Since the two of
explain.
you are so curious,
And I like how she just shows up right behind them. So,
You scared Paimon half to death.
well, that's what she does
Father,
best.
you're here.
I mean, you gotta be honest. I mean, that's what she does best. She's just like, well, since you're so curious to know, she just shows up out of nowhere, like just snaps a finger straight there.
You know, on second thought, maybe we don't need to know. It's all probably super
Yeah.
confidential House of the Heart stuff, right? We totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
no need to be nervous. I could sense your genuine concern from your conversation just now. Of course, I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved. I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms in the future. As for right now,
I mean, at least you say
however,
that.
I would say we have little reason to be at
I can't
odds
exactly
in general.
guarantee that
The
that good
House of the
terms will
Hearth
happen.
could stand to be more open with those who have worked so closely with us in the past. As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the Hearth. It's an internal matter.
What sort of rumor?
Stole the words around my
The
mouth,
rumor that
Paimon.
a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
Phantom child.
A phantom child? Ooh, just hearing the name is giving Paimon the creeps.
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth. So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able to track down the spirit fairly quickly. After that, it's just a matter of resolving the situation, if you will. It shouldn't be much trouble at all. If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased to welcome some visitors. Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests. I have some matters to attend to.
Of course, Father.
And then just walks off. Just walks away. I mean, you can't. I mean, you can't question, what she has to do. Let's read it. Oh, dang! I was trying to read that line. Son of a gun. She was saying, I feel intimidated. I mean, you should. I mean, it is, Arlecchino. I mean, that's how she is.
It has long been a dream of mine to invite you to our home and introduce you to my other siblings. You're quite well known in the organization already. A lot of people have been talking about you, especially after everything with the prophecy. If you're willing, why don't you stay a while and have a little chat with us?
Alright. We don't have anything else to do right now anyway. But let's be clear, we're just gonna be there as guests, okay? Don't get any funny... Oh, wait a second. If we're your guests, that probably means we'll be treated to lots of yummy
There it is.
food, right?
There it is. There it
Of
is.
course. During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with
If
some
there's
fishing.
food,
We
Paimon's
bring in
interested.
quite the bounty every day. In
Or
fact,
she's in
today
on
is
it.
the perfect chance for me to show you what I can do in the kitchen.
Yep.
Let's go. I'll take you to where we're staying.
You just gotta mention food, and Paimon's like, all right, I'm in. Where is that? I guess it's over here. Yeah. Okay. Let's land down here.
We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all
Oh, is
ready
that the
for you to
house that we
stay and
used
meet.
to catch that
Awesome! Thanks!
person
So,
in the
where are we
with
off to now?
Cheverus
Well, when I
with
happened to run
her?
into you two earlier, I was actually in the middle of distributing some supplies. With this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then. I should probably make sure the rest of these provisions get delivered. Otherwise, people might start to get antsy.
Okay, we'll come with. There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true and what's not. But now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a good look at how you operate.
Well, you're more than welcome to come along. Just follow me.
Hmm.
Linny! We're finally here. The supplies. I'm assuming you've...
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go. Hello? Something caught your eye?
It's the Traveler in Paimon!
No way!
You say all they know it
Come
too
here,
well.
everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
Well, they're like, hey, these people are here. Cool.
One at a time, please. Don't crowd around them all at once. We don't want to scare off our guests now, do we?
Oh, it's alright! Gotta say, Paimon didn't realize we were this famous.
Well, I mean,
Of
you
course.
are.
Father and Linny have told us so much about you.
Father told us about how you helped Linny. According to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned,
I mean,
that's
that's
pretty much
true.
the highest compliment we've ever heard her give. As you can imagine, everyone's been very curious about you.
Wait a minute. That's the highest compliment to ever come out of Arlecchino's mouth. That's interesting.
I heard the Traveler is so strong that she can move a mountain with her bare hands.
That's a little
Paimon
that's
eats
a little
so
excessive.
much that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel de Boer in just 3 days.
Okay, I can believe that.
That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, not cool at all.
Of course, it's not cool, but nah, I believe it. I believe it. Yeah, Paimon would eat all the food in the pantry at the Hotel de Boer in 3 days. Yeah, I believe it.
Oh, wait. When guests visit, you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff, right? Oh, we don't need something like that. Besides, we don't have anything to give to you. Come on, we insist. I can give you some of my new potions. Just pick your poison. And by that, I mean medicine or actual poison. I've got both. Huh?
I've got both.
Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. He's super good at it. He's never been caught.
Ah, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head-on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? When it comes to eliminating your enemies, staying quiet can go
I actually
a
do
long
prefer
way.
stealth.
Trust me,
I do.
I would know. I was poisoned
Except
not too long
GTA,
ago,
because GTA
and I'm
stealth's
still dealing
broken.
with the after effects.
But if we're
So
talking
I'm
about
not
like
quite as good as I
Skyrim or
was
something,
before, but
yeah,
I can
I'm
still
all
give you
for
some
it.
pointers.
Wait. When you said gifts, Paimon didn't think you meant poison and stealth tactics. But those are the
Well,
best
I
things we
mean,
can give you. You don't like them?
Paimon, I
How
mean,
about
you should
this?
expect,
Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll teach him a lesson for you.
I mean, you should expect, this from
All right,
them.
Fold, Selwar. I think that's enough suggestions for now. When it comes to being a good host, it's the thought that counts. You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything. I would say your enthusiasm has certainly gotten across.
Really? Awesome! been so long since we have had guests to play with. If there's anything you need, just let us know. Yeah, especially if it's poison or something. I've got all sorts of potions for that.
Well, we'll talk to you all later. We've still got supplies to distribute.
All right, see you later.
You know, I just got those other two people in the background that just don't talk.
Bye.
They just don't talk. That's funny.
Lenny, about all that poison and stuff tactics talk just now.
Scared you, did it? That kind of talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth.
Yeah.
When Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets, just out of curiosity. He was
Oh,
labeled a
hell.
dangerous problem child and was abandoned by his family.
No
Delmar
shit.
has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret. You really have to keep an eye on that one. Chapeau is
that's
around
fair.
my age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance. He's very passionate about his work and has no reservations about taking on some very difficult missions. I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of intentions. Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean a lot to them. They were just trying to share the best of what they could offer, that's all.
Hmm.
Take it easy.
Filial, supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two? Outsiders?
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about. It's nice to meet you. I heard you've traveled to all sorts of places. Is that true?
Of course, we're making our way
Yeah,
all
Mondstadt,
across tonight.
Leeway, Inazuma,
Oh,
Samaru,
good for
Fontaine.
You must
Yeah,
be pretty
everything.
familiar with Fontaine by now, then. Have you seen the new opera that started running recently? I think it's called... The 4,000 Thieves?
Oh, this is the first we've heard of it.
Hmm.
It seems like it's going to be fantastic. From what I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway. You should definitely check it out if you have the time.
Oh, and there's the Blind Maiden, too. That one is supposed to have audience interaction. Seems pretty interesting. After this mission is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair. Wonder how much it'll cost.
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much easier to get along with than the others? Looks like the House of the Hearth has some normal members after all.
I heard that.
Oh!
Yeah, there it is.
Oops.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz
Yes.
and the others? Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now.
I like that
sure
response
they
from
just
her.
can't
I
wait
heard
to get back
that.
to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
That's enough, Filial.
Don't talk about family members behind their back, right? Whatever. Let's go.
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time, we should go see the opera together.
Well, that's it for the supplies. We should probably head back as well.
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. Seems like there could be something more going on here. You're right. We're only here as guests after all. Oh, Lenny's getting super far ahead. Come on, let's catch up.
Where do we go? Oh. Down here. It just says higher up. Oh. Thought I was down there. Well, it says lower. Okay, so I guess it is down here. Okay.
So, what do you think of the members you've met so far? Well, Father is always encouraging us to be strong-willed and independent. So if there's one thing we've got, it's people who aren't afraid to speak their mind. Well, I should probably get cooking. Wanna join?
Of course!
Then let's head out and... Uh-huh. Fremine, what are you doing here?
Well,
Hey, nice to see you again!
Oh, you too. I heard you're here as guests of House of the Hearth. Welcome.
We were just going to make some food. Why don't you come along? I could use some help in the kitchen, and I seem to remember you mentioning you wanted to make seafood soup for the traveler in Paimon.
Seafood soup? Oh, Paimon's drooling already.
Were you looking for
Wouldn't be
something just
shocked.
now, Fremine? Maybe I can help.
I ain't surprised.
It's nothing. I just wanted to see if there were any extra supplies.
Yeah, we've got some left over. What do you need?
Some food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water... Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware, and you were just going to come eat with us. So what's this all about?
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry at night. Could be because I'm growing, you know? And...
Something's fishy.
You remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work. Tell me what's going on. Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some space.
This is the first time I've seen that kind of look on your face. Whatever happened, does it have something to do with Father?
Yes. Just follow me.
So, okay, so what is happening? So something is up.
You're back! Oh, and you've brought some friends with you this time.
Hello, my name's Linny. I grew up in the House of the Hearth. And you are?
Hi, Linny. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth, just like you. You can call me Clairvy.
Clairvy?
It's nice to meet you.
Oh, this is the character from the
That name ring any
trailer.
bells, Linny?
It's the character from the
No,
trailer.
Not at all.
This is was
That's not a
if
name
I
we
remember,
have
this
on our
was
roster,
in the
I'm sure of
trailer.
it.
Was
What I'm not sure of, though, is how
like
she
one of
managed to sneak in.
Arlecchino's friends when she was
She
young.
must be the phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Fremine. You, haven't told Father, have you?
No, I haven't told anyone. I've just been keeping her hidden.
For how long?
About half a month now.
So ever since we got to Poisson, then. Do you have any idea what you're doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If Father finds out about this, everyone involved is going to be punished. You know the rules of the house, Fremine. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal. So why are you doing this?
I've thought it through. And I just can't hand her over like that. Linny, don't you remember last year? Chaplot nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking effect, and not a single person was there to help him. That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him. I opened my eyes, but I couldn't find the source of the voice. I thought maybe I was just hearing things, but I went to look for him anyway. Luckily, I got there with enough time to save his life. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices, it's happened many times in the House of the Hearth. I'm sure you've noticed.
So what you're saying is, that was her? She was the one who spoke to you that night?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth, I don't think there's any other possibility. If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have acted without a second thought, because that's what Father ordered us to do. But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time. I think that makes her family. I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with. Not when there's so much we still don't know.
So what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever. Someone is bound to find out eventually.
I haven't thought that far yet. I don't want to disobey an order from Father, but I also don't want to put Clairvy in danger.
Come with me. There are a couple things I'd like to say to you in private.
Oh, he sounds pissed. He sounds pissed. I mean, it's understandable.
Those two sure care a lot about each other. Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where Paimon was floating, it sure seemed like they were about to bite each other's heads off. No way. They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away, because I also have a friend like that. I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last. The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
I'm sorry, Linny. I really didn't mean to drag anyone else into this.
Oh really? You didn't mean to? 'Cause I for one wish you did.
Huh? What do you mean?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by Father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest. Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Linny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremine, we've stood by each other for all these years now, and to me, that means more than blood. You and Lynette are the most important people in my life. No one can replace you. So I won't let you face anything alone. Not if I can help it.
Oh, looks like things are getting kinda heated between Linny and Fremine. Maybe we should go check on them.
I don't think it's getting heated.
Oh, it's raining. Hey you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything. Like a fight, or... Oh, wait a minute, Fremine. You're not crying, are you? Is everything alright?
everything's fine. Thanks for asking.
Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together, so if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with. In fact, it might be better if your stay ended here.
you getting at, Traveler?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate.
Yeah,
That's what you're trying
that's
to
true.
say, isn't it? I just... Thank you. I was really hoping to keep you out of it. But even if I could think of some other reason to turn you away, I'm not sure I could convince you. I know things could turn dangerous, so I promise you this. From now on, I'll protect you like my life depends on it.
Me too.
Well, back to the matter at hand then. If we don't plan on handing Clairvy over to Father, then our only other option is to solve the mystery of her identity before Father is able to track her down. That means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then we can send her on her merry way and pretend like none of this ever happened.
I've tried that already.
And?
And... nothing. I tried taking her somewhere really far away, but... after some time, she just reappeared. She even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house is, she follows.
I don't know much about spirits. Do you two have any ideas?
Let's see here. Paimon remembers hearing something like, if you fulfill a spirit's last wish before they died, they'll let go of whatever's keeping them here and return to the ley lines. Oh, it's just that
I mean,
Paimon
that
doesn't
makes
really remember where
sense.
she heard that, so it's not guaranteed to work or anything.
Well, sounds like it's worth a shot. Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish. But first, Fremine, I need you to promise me something.
What is it?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us. We're the masterminds behind this whole thing. No one else gets involved. Can you do that for me?
Of course. I promise.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I swear.
And there's Lynette. Lynette just shows up. Just shows up out of nowhere. Just literally just appears
Whoa!
appears out of nowhere.
But what a surprise! What brings you here, dear sister?
Her face. She's like,
And,
what'd you like?
when exactly did you get here?
Like you keeping me out of this?
You're an idiot, brother.
Nice.
And you too, Fremine. You 3, Traveler. And you 4, Paimon.
What the hell is this?
Wait, what did we do?
She's like.
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us.
She's literally just like,
But it turns
just
out
appearing out in
you
front of
were
us.
just
It's
hiding
weird.
her. I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in.
I mean, you could have just said, "Hey, what's up?" You didn't have to
If you don't
just
agree,
appear
I'll have no choice
stealthily.
but to report everything back to Father. Simple as that.
You're not giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette. Well, I guess we're all in this together then. After we talk to Clairvy, we'll figure out our next move. There's no time to lose. Let's go.
I'm full. Thank you for bringing me this food, you guys. She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
Wait a minute. Yeah, she's a spirit.
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clairvy
Yeah, I
can
mean she's a
interact with the
ghost.
physical world
She
at all.
can't. She can't. You know.
Still, when she's
Just could touch
presented with
stuff.
food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while. Maybe, in her mind, she really is eating those things.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer. My guess is that she's just as confused as we are. Or maybe she couldn't understand the question at all.
Clairvy, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Oh, another new friend. Hi, I'm Clairvy.
Hello.
Here, give me 1
Clairvy,
minute.
how did
I'll
you
let it keep
join
playing in
the
the
House of
background.
the Hearth?
Huh? Isn't it the same for everybody? The Knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
It's just that your name, it's not on the roster. And I've never seen you before.
The roster? Oh, I get it now. I think there might be some things you don't know about this place. The people in charge, they're not as nice as they look. They say they keep a roster, but it's not complete. There are a lot of people who aren't on
My
it,
apologies.
and never will be. In this house, some people are family, and other people are just test subjects. Those kinds of people aren't ever going to get a place on the roster. Unless it's the roster of people who've been executed. Wait, does that mean the Knave... She...
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry. She's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in this place.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
No.
Me neither.
Clairvy, Perry. Neither of those names are on the roster. But it seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks bigger than mine. Maybe we should try a different approach. Clairvy, do you have a wish?
A wish?
It can be anything you want. Just imagine. It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles, and your wish is...
To go outside, where the sun can find me. That's it? Well, that sounds easy enough.
It's not really that easy.
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. Listen up, I've got a plan. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about, and see if her name is on it. Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairvy. I need you to collect intel on everything she's said and done.
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us? What should we do?
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. I don't want to drag you in too deep. It's too risky. Let me think. Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little while. You don't need to do anything except keep up some nice, casual conversation.
Ah, Paimon gets it. You want us to distract her.
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it'll alert me that something's wrong. Of course, that's only as a last resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's no need to make contact. We'll reconvene here tonight after all's said and done. If the worst case scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line. You too. Okay, this is where we part. Father should be at the beach nearby.
Alright.
I really hope this goes well. No, it has to go well. That's the only way this can get resolved.
So we just head down here. Oh, oh, child's down here. Oh, interesting.
It's the Knave and Child. Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating? What are you still doing in Fontaine?
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect to run into you here.
Yeah, he's still not fully recovered.
I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya, and well, I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine. So, I mustered up all my strength and made the journey back on my own.
What sort of unfinished business are we talking here?
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she had already left. I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the Knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
Oh, okay, so have you found any clues?
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence, certain existences can still manage to escape our purview.
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then...
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting better first.
The worst of it is over. It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. They didn't go down easy, let me tell you. Pain and chills all over. But they really did help speed up my recovery. And that's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me. He sent someone to tell me I'm needed for some sort of project.
Project Stuja?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrador's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having
I guess
to
she knew it
listen to all his
immediately what it
monologue,
was.
that's for sure. Hey, maybe you could think of a way for me to stay in Fontaine for a little longer. Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better. I've been waiting for a chance to see
Yeah,
you go
no,
all
bro,
out.
you get your ass
And
kicked.
what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a role to play in all this.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
saying.
be leaving Fontaine shortly as well.
Yeah, child, you wouldn't want to fight her.
Considering how
You,
little they see
you
fit
just
to
get your
step
ass
outside
kicked.
the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries. What a great honor. Wouldn't you agree?
One I could do without, I'd say.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do I owe the visit?
Well, we just... Right! We're super close to Linny and the others, but we still don't know much about you!
That's always something.
Is that so? Introductions have already been made, have they not?
Yeah, but I mean, like,
you see,
your real
there's
name and
only
stuff like
so
that.
much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra, like, why do you call yourself father?
Huh, good question. I'd also like to know.
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success. And we can't have that, now can we?
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Wait, don't go!
Yeah. Yeah, she leaves now, yeah. She might run into him. Yeah.
I'd also like to hear the
Yeah,
answer to
you gotta
this.
distract her.
I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually reminded me of Tonya and Tusser. Which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least, that's what I heard.
I think you just pushed a button there, bro.
Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
Wait, did you really do something bad to those kids?
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious
Well, I
as to
mean,
what
to
the
be honest,
mighty
I don't think
rooster had to
she
say.
would.
Care to enlighten me?
Ah, well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family.
I see.
Huh.
That reaction
Based
just
on your
like,
reaction,
huh,
I'm guessing it's
I,
all a
I
bunch
see.
of lies.
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue. Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved, but I don't intend to clear that up just yet. Prejudice has a funny way of concealing the real truth behind certain things, an attribute that I find to be quite advantageous. Call yourself a Fontanian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of things, when the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine? But then, why did you try to help out with the prophecy and everything?
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontanian of having any ulterior motives. Who wouldn't want to save their homeland after all? The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well, you wanted extra information, didn't
Arlecchino
you?
is not affected by the
There you go.
primordial sea.
I hope that satisfied your curiosity.
That's good to know. There really is. That she's not affected by that seawater.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them. Apologies. Looks like I was holding on to some prejudices myself.
Good. Like I said, I like it when others have misconceptions of me.
Actually, while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was something else that really caught my attention. I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar, and the loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you ask me. Would also give them plenty of opportunities to hone their skills.
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so friendly. The losing party would lose
Yeah,
everything,
I was about to say, yeah.
including their life.
They
Yeah.
were that high stakes? Whew, at least that's not a thing anymore.
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand. Just imagine Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
The hell?
Okay, okay. I get the picture.
It was interesting that she just put like the start of those two things. Like what? Well, yeah, Child's also
Well,
helping
would
buy
you
us
look at the
time.
time? I should probably get going.
Yeah, appreciate that, man.
Traveler, Paimon, I'm not sure where our
You know,
paths will cross next. The
that's
next time
actually
we run
good.
into
You
each
know,
other,
like he actually
we
was here
should
to
definitely try
pass
and find some
time.
time to spar.
Well, I mean, you should recover
maybe this
first.
is a conversation we can have when you look less like you're gonna keel over.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for everything, Arlecchino.
There's the
No thanks
there's
necessary.
there's when
You
we
also
found out
played a
there's
part
when we
in
found out her real
obtaining the
name.
Gnosis. I would say we can
There you
call
go. There's
ourselves
where we found out her
even.
real name.
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you
Because
all some
remember,
other time.
her name has never been mentioned to the traveler. It has never been
We
mentioned.
should probably get going too. Do you want to head back with us?
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
Oh, well, you see,
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. I have some things to think about. Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight. I do hope you'll have a pleasant stay.
Hmm.
we managed to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing Child was there to keep the conversation going. You don't think she suspected anything, do you?
I doubt it.
If Liddy ran into any issues.
But I mean, it is
Everything
it is
went.
Arlecchino, so she probably knew something was fishy. I mean, it is her. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Lenny, how did everything go?
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue. Clairvy can't go into the sunlight. Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the surface just like I told her. But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished.
Yeah.
I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
I mean, she's a spirit.
Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... No, it wouldn't be her wish if that were the case. Well, we could always try pushing her into it. Oh, true.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with you, Lynette?
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
Really? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look! Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
We can each take a section. Here.
La Pouillade, Landois,
Yeah, all the people's names.
Horaire.
So yeah, execution list. So,
Oh, yikes. That Horaire guy has a huge scar on his face. He's kinda giving Paimon the creeps.
Ah, I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember him joking with me about it. He said any future lover would take one look at him and then lose all interest.
Did he say anything else?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation ended. It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but it didn't work. One day, Father asked to see him, and, well, I never saw him again after that.
Hmm.
Wait, so that means the Knave, she...
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please.
Yeah.
So, if you do try to leave, you pay with your life. Her name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. It doesn't seem like this list is complete. It only contains records dating back around 5 years. Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything out? Fremine.
Sorry. I was thinking about something. I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help but notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little... strange.
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past, times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and Filial are a good example of that.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see how they might not get along. They had very different vibes, and their, interests seem to be pretty different as well.
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. But that's also where the similarities end. Not all of us feel the same desire to stay here. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot of people, that's an identity they never asked for. Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. But considering the rules of the house, most people would never say that out loud. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui. Filial and Nantoy, on the other hand, well, they aren't quite as enthusiastic.
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is in the dark about any of this.
Well, that's true.
I'm just waiting for her to show
But
up
it
and be like,
just feels like things have gotten worse lately.
in the dark of what? She just shows up out of nowhere.
It seemed like they were meeting in secret to talk about something. I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clairvy.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. But I wouldn't be surprised if she said something to them about the darkness in the house and how deep it runs. She's told me about it before. Experiments being run on children. People being used as pawns on the battlefield without so much as the strength to survive.
And they just believed all that? Without any evidence?
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for. Whether they actually believe them to be true is secondary.
This is all because of Project Stuja, isn't it?
Whoa. Hold on a second. What's this Project Stuja all about, huh? This is the second time it's come up now.
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together. Apparently, it has to do with the Fatui's strategic plan for the future. Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the honor of playing a key role in Project Stuja.
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
Key role is just another way of saying dangerous role. To us, the whole thing is an inconvenience. Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of funding. It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan, it's an honor in name only. What they're really trying to do is subdue us. The existence of an intelligence organization outside their control makes them feel uneasy.
Okay, super complicated top secret Fatui business aside, what does all of this have to do with the conflicts you were talking about earlier? Paimon doesn't get the connection.
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't overlook the power of fear either. People are afraid of dying, and that fear is often the impetus for a lot of stupid decisions. I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go back to normal, but it looks like things are more complicated than I thought. If we leave Filial and the others to their own devices, sooner or later, Father will be forced to take action.
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right. Even if we confront Filial and the others, it won't do any good. It might even make matters worse. We should focus on Clairvy for now. Well, it's getting late. We should head back and get some rest. We'll try again first thing tomorrow. Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filial and the others. Make sure they don't do anything they'll regret. Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, I'm always looking forward to an early night, but she can't sleep at all. Hey, you don't think the Knave will be too angry with Linny and everyone if she finds out about all this, do you? She's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler? Oh, well, in that case, we should just plan on running away. We'll grab Linny and the others and we can make a break for it as fast as we can. Look! Look over there! Quick! Let's catch up with her before anyone sees! Over there!
So what's she up to?
Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast!
And she's going outside.
Oh, look! She stopped! Clairvy! Shh! I opened the window while no one was looking. Look how pretty the outside is. If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting? It's better to dream of what I could have than try to make it a reality, right? Please, help us get on the same page here, Clary. We need you to tell us what you know. Can you do that? Sure. Although, after you hear all this, I think you might regret that decision. Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used and exploited. We're all expendable. Including me. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value. You're handed over to the doctor, experimented on, and given a fate worse than death. I've seen it happen again and again, and I've had enough. You're saying the Knave did all that? It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it seems like even she has lines she wouldn't cross. I knew you wouldn't believe me. Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother. Mother? But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if I had things my way, I'd never see her again. If only Perry were here, she'd understand. Perry? There's that name again. Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling. It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually talking to us or if she's mistaken us for someone else. Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to. We should keep her company for a little longer. She looks so young. But it seems like she's been through a lot. It's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, you can see the aurora. It's supposed to be super pretty. Even prettier than the moon tonight. Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together. But I can't find her.
Yeah, but it never
I'm
happened.
worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her a lot.
She's not
I
there
should really
though.
go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me, and I'm too scared to face her. What should I do? Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her. Well, let's head back. We've got an early morning tomorrow.
All right, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the plan.
Oh? What is it?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kinda ran into Clairvy last night, and that's what she told us. We met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous, and he's done all sorts of bad things.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think Father would work with him. We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set the stage for a successful partnership. I did
Well,
hear,
no.
though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth. Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one. It had to do with some sort of secret experiment.
Secret experiment? Could that be what Clairvy was talking about?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
could be.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The Doctor only proposed a direction for the research. That was the extent of his involvement. I still don't think that counts as working together. The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. That doesn't seem to be the case with the situation Clairvy referred to. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am asking you to trust us on this. The House of the Hearth has its own principles. There are certain lines we're not willing to cross.
Alright, that's good to hear at least. Clairvy seems to think the Knave and the Doctor worked together to do something horrible. If that turned out to be true, Paimon doesn't know how he would even face you guys. It's just that it doesn't seem like Clairvy is lying either. The easiest thing to do would be just ask the Knave directly, but Paimon doesn't think she'd tell us.
And I mean, if you told her directly, she would probably
Father
get
didn't do that last
suspicious.
night. She's probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on you to distract her. Lynette, you're with me. Fremine, you know what to do. Be on your guard, everyone. All right, let's get to it.
If he's still over here. It's odd.
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
A little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles. So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss before I ask any questions? Although I must profess to being curious. Without Child here, how do you plan on distracting me?
So yeah, I knew it from the beginning. I knew it from the beginning she would know. Because you can't hide anything from her. You can't.
Us? Distract you? A good one. But no, we were just here for a chat.
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. If you don't have any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere? Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
See,
The ocean breeze is
see,
sure
I
nice
mean,
today.
she already knows. Like, she already knows.
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming.
I believe
think I'll
that.
let
Nothing
them
gets
have at
past
it
you. I
for a little
mean,
longer.
you literally let Child was here.
I'm
You're
very
like,
patient.
oh yeah, we're just having a normal
Right.
conversation.
I'll leave you to think
And she's
things
like,
over. If
oh,
you're so
how are you gonna
inclined, meet me
distract
outside
me?
the Palais Mermonia.
I told you.
Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along. If only for your friends' sakes.
See?
What should we do? She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatening us just now.
I mean, she was. Yeah. Release the bird.
Oh, good idea. Hopefully he sees it in time. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up. Based on what the Knave was saying just now, it sure didn't seem like it'd be anything good. Okay, then we probably shouldn't keep her waiting. It seems like Lynn and the others are on thin ice, so let's do our best to not get them in any more trouble.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, like, you can't hide anything from her. You just can't. That's what I'm saying.
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy some pleasant conversation while we wait. I'm glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is necessary for a child's development.
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
I assume you're referring to Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine.
Say,
Although, there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. It appears quite a few people have been acting out lately.
told you.
No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. There are no exceptions.
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel something for them.
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception. You could say our principles are more stringent than most. Perhaps I can
ain't
offer
that the
you this
truth?
consolation at least. As our guests, you two will not be held accountable along with them.
Well, I mean, I'm glad we aren't held accountable for it because I mean we haven't done anything.
I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives. As for Filial, Nentoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out alive.
No, you're mincemeat.
But that's awful.
Huh? That's how it works.
Ah, you seem concerned. Out of consideration for my guests, I suppose I could turn a blind eye for a little longer. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime,
See, she already knows. She already knew.
In
Like,
that case, I could
they're
probably
literally,
punish
they're
them
literally,
for
they were
something
literally
I
like,
couldn't prove.
oh, we can just hide it from her.
If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand,
No.
all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe. Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you. Do
See,
try and keep better track of it next time. It takes a considerable
she
amount of
tracked the
time to train a
freaking
bird like this.
bird.
It would be such a pity if you were to lose it.
I mean, literally, like
Where did you get that?
you released it behind her back, and she still caught it.
Well,
Still,
I'm afraid that's all the time we have
what
to
the
chat.
hell?
Now, for the matter at hand. I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will always be time later to run off and tell Linny what you've learned.
I mean, let me be honest, Kiss. Like, man, you can't get anything past her. Like, holy cow.
Well, time to go. Looks like we
Man,
wrapped things up just in time.
you can't get anything past her. Damn. Like, holy cow. So it's like we're heading to Nebulette's office. That's what it looks like. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. What's gonna happen here?
It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette. I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with an efficiency worthy of admiration.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect. Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis. I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may inquire as to the purpose of your visit.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neuvillette.
So what did she hand him? Okay. So I guess we're not gonna find out. What is it? Yeah, let's just sit down. Yeah, it's probably for the best. She's got her tea.
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Nervalet, so allow me to use water as an analogy. A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean. Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation. Or perhaps the glass of a certain water-tasting enthusiast.
Did you get any of that, Traveler?
I mean, from my point of view outside the game, yeah, I kind of did, but I'm gonna go within the game. No, not
Your
really.
words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's strained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on that?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine. And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Tartuffe? Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the
Tartuffe.
Hearth might have been involved in his
Tartuffe.
passing. Of course, if
Isn't
you
that
accept my
the guy
proposal,
from the
Monsieur Neuvillette,
trailer as well
I'm
that
sure certain
she
measures
killed
can
with
be
her?
taken
She
to
killed him
reduce
with
the
her heel
frequency of such troubles.
on her shoe.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I am inclined to accept your proposal.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Neuvillette. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do hope I get the chance to hear your impressions. Perhaps at our next meeting, yes?
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon. Time to go.
Hmm. Yeah, we're gonna finish up this quest before I end the stream because I got something to do.
So, what exactly were you talking about back there? Paimon only heard you mention some rivers, a large body of water, and then some kind of irrigation scheme.
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more pressing concerns at the moment.
Winnie, Paimon really hopes everything's going okay. Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you, Traveler?
Yeah, she must be serious about punishing him. Yeah, I mean, Oh, I run into.
Oh, shoot. Are you alright? Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers, I wasn't looking where I was going.
Wait a minute. Isn't this one of the guys from that, the notes, the execution list? Because he has that scar thing on his face.
Well, let me make it up to you at least. Here, take this paper. On the house.
Yeah, since I'm saying, looks familiar. There's that scar on his face.
Oh, you don't have to give us anything.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm short on supply. All the extras will be useless come tomorrow anyway. It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew. I haven't had many takers today, so I'm still swimming in papers.
What's going on here?
Uh-oh.
Nothing much.
She
I just
sounds
ran
angry.
into your friend here on accident. I should probably get going, actually, so...
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with more. It's just...
Uh-oh.
I don't have any on me at the moment.
I'll take 3 papers. Here. Your payment.
Oh! Thank you for your patronage. May the Archons bless you with good fortune. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right? I'm getting married soon, so sometimes it's hard to
Oh,
not get ahead
bro,
of
I don't think you
myself.
should have mentioned that, bro.
Anyway, I should head out. Goodbye!
Bro, you should leave the freaking area.
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light reading to enjoy along the way.
Uh-oh.
Actually, why don't we stick around for a little longer? Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
Yeah, that's smart. Paimon's being smart. That's pretty
It
good.
appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in your favor. I'm sorry to ruin your fantasy, but your efforts are meaningless. That being said,
How the hell does she
I
know
could be
so good
persuaded
at
to give
this
Linny
stuff so
some
well?
extra time. I just have one condition.
How does
If
she...
you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious about Claire V, are you not? And my
How
relationship
does
to
she
her.
know this stuff when she's not even in the equation? For goodness sake. What in the hell?
Wait, why are you being so generous all of a sudden? You're not gonna ask us to do something bad, are you?
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
Then what can you possibly...
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Demands and threats only get you so far.
Okay, so what does she want? So she wants something from us.
Wonderful. Here it is.
Oh no.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Okay, sounds normal enough. But what do you mean, when the time comes? When is that supposed to be?
That is for you to decide. Then we have a deal. Follow me.
She is very, very skeptical. Yeah, we're going to those ruins over there. Yeah, that's what I thought. So that was the correct place I went to when we wished for her. So that is the correct area. Oh. I didn't know there was a garden there, dude. Didn't know that.
Take it easy.
I had to go around somehow. So only go around. And it's starting to rain as well.
This blinding sunlight is such a pain.
So yeah,
What
this
is
one.
this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building. Now it's nothing more than a pile of rubble. No one comes here anymore, nor does anyone care about what once happened here. Although, this place does have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you. It was before I became a harbinger, and before
Yeah,
Linny
so
and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to
yeah,
certain
killed her
events,
mother.
I
Yeah,
first killed Clarvey and then her mother.
yeah.
And this is where it all
That's where you Falcon kicked
You
her
were the
her
one
mother
that
into
killed
the.
Clarvey?
Yeah, that's the part where you Falcon kicked her into the damn skylight.
Patience now. Allow
Yeah.
me to explain Clarvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning. Clarvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children. Crucibina was the Knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clarvy's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the house. Clarvy was happy here, for a time. But she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy tale at all. It was a kind of purgatory.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Teyvat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge. Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
So those were the experiments Clarvy was talking about. But what actually happened to her? You said that Clarvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clarvy tried to convince her to stop what she was doing, Crucibina probably would have listened, right?
No.
Despite being Clarvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She
Yeah.
forced Clarvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she treated all her children equally. Clarvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina had created. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clarvy's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruere.
Wait, the friend that Clarvy mentioned?
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now. Clarvy was a cheerful and passionate
There
person
she
with a
is.
tenacious spirit. Peruere,
There
on
she
the other
is.
hand, was rather
Young,
cold-blooded. Her
little
cold-blooded nature
Arlecchino.
allowed her
There
to
she
see
is.
through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clarvy longed for freedom, Peruere was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clarvy told Peruere that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clarvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that kept her going was her strength of will. Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Perouer would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day that light simply vanished.
Oh no. What happened?
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Perouer weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever. It was during this time that Perouer suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Mother herself. Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success. Clairvy never gave another reason, but Perouer could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother. Killing her own flesh and blood was a line she couldn't bring herself to cross. If she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained.
Yeah.
Precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be free. It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Perouer. The very person that
So
had stood by her
Perouer is
side
like the
all
way she's
those
saying
years.
Arlecchino here.
It was a fierce battle,
So I'm
but
guessing,
ultimately, Clairvy decided to
some
let Perouer
because we see
end
from this
her
perspective,
life.
they
From that
don't the
moment
game, the
on,
person in the game
Perouer's
don't
journey
know.
was
The
one
traveler doesn't
written
know
in
this.
flames.
So
When the rain
her
finally
old
came and
name
washed
was
it all away,
Perouer, or
there she stood,
Perouer.
the
Is
sole
that, did I say it
victor
right?
in Mother's endless game
So
of
that was her
slaughter,
like original name or
a trail
something.
of corpses strewn across her path to
I don't think
success.
I'm getting it right, but if I am, then
It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled, and there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was?
Crucibina, you mean? But...
Correct. This is the place where Perouer killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Only those who survive get to write the rules. Perouer won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After
see,
which Her
yeah, that's
Majesty,
what I
the
thought.
Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new
Yeah,
name.
so that's who she. That's her old
Arlecchino.
self.
So the Perry Clairvy was talking about... It was you all along.
Yeah.
You're Perouer. Arlecchino is just a name you got later.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself, and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity. Not only as Arlecchino, but as father. And that is where the story
Why does
ends.
Traveler look pissed there?
Any more questions?
Why?
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clairvy wasn't a little kid when she was killed. So the Clairvy we met... Was she really a spirit at all?
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. something left over in the wake of blaze and ruin. You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume. Of course, the chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clairvy is a very special case. Clairvy died when she was 16 years old, but what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years' worth, however, and it would be like living in the past. Like returning to a version of yourself that never grew up.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present, but she truly lives in the confines of her own past.
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clairvy for a long time.
Indeed. She's a rather volatile and unstable entity. Sometimes she would look after the children. She's even saved some of their lives. But other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who will listen. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time. Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight, they failed, yes? The reason is actually quite simple. In Clairvy's mind, the house is impossible to escape, and it is this very perception that traps her there. But no matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash will be left behind this time.
Wait! Paimon can understand why you might want her gone, but isn't there another way?
No, I don't think so.
So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend! At least talk to her first!
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. That goes for Filial and Nantoy as well. She's had quite the effect on them. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without question is a trait we both share, because that is how a household should be run.
Is this really what you want to do?
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
I mean, that's fair.
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs: anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here by nightfall. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I gave your friends quite a bit more time. As for what happens now, we'll just have to wait and see.
Oh boy. I don't like the way that sounds.
Here they are, Father.
You gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a first for me. Lenny!
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time. But I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Huh? Are you... Perry?
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
Perry!
Shh, stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first I believe certain scores need settling.
Oh boy.
Father, let me explain.
No, there's no.
Out of my way.
Yeah, there's nothing you can
Father!
do. No.
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that, you must be punished.
Uh-oh, you...
Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
By traitors? Do you mean us?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Yes, Father. Secret midnight meeting number 3. Participants: Filial, Nantoi, Sato, Tadi. Nantoi clearly said, "If only Father wasn't the one who took us in." Sato added, "I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal person." Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
I did not! You're lying! Fultz is trying to frame us!
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clairvy. You were using all those things Clairvy brought up as an excuse to question Father. We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it. That's what you said, wasn't it?
You little... You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then. What's your reason for all this?
Yeah, what's his reason?
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our family.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do, Filial. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That kind of thing is hard to forget. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings. A lot of the things you talked about really crossed the line.
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all in one place! You've had this planned all along!
Filial, Nantoi, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Clairvy too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, I wouldn't be standing here today. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness, even if it cost me my life. But rules are rules. I'm sorry. My hands are tied.
Why? Why?
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake, and we should own up to it. We broke the rules, plain and simple. And now we have to face the consequences. I'm sorry, Chapleau. Fultz. I'm sorry, Father. We accept our punishment.
Chapleau, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these traitors be punished?
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
And so it shall be.
Hmm. So how's she gonna take him out?
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say, Linny?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did, does it really count as betrayal? We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So please, Father, please, reconsider.
I agree with Linny.
Father, please.
Yeah, you guys shouldn't step in.
I also agree with Linny.
Oh, bro. Oh, bro.
An order once given cannot be rescinded.
Yeah.
However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose we shall have to go about this a different way. Draw your weapons and face me.
Our weapons?
Oh,
Father,
jeez.
are you referring to a duel?
Precisely. The rules of the house will not be altered. Traitors must be punished. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Wait. Beat Father in a duel?
Impossible. Father
I
is
mean,
way too
you
strong,
don't have to,
even for Linny.
you don't have to beat her. You just have to show a considerable amount of strength. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do.
Did you hear that, Traveler? Lenny and the others have to duel the Knave. What should we do? Can they really win something like that? If they lose, those people from the house are really gonna be executed. Hey, are you listening?
Don't
Not
you
really.
want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Yeah, I mean, she never answered the question.
Oh, looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess that means there's no chance she's throwing the duel on purpose, huh?
No. Yeah, she won't lose on purpose, that's the truth.
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
Traveler?
You're asking to join the duel against the Knave?
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less, and you may just lose your life.
So I guess we do have to fight her here, I guess. Yep. Okay. So this is so we can lower the difficulty at any time, but I'm not doing that. Okay, so I'm pausing here for a minute because this has to be thought of. You're battling against the Knave, which is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. Sure, Signora was like a cakewalk to fight, and Scaramouche was kind of the same way. But this one, I mean, if you're supposed to face against the Doctor, who's technically, if I remember, is the leader or second, I can't remember exactly. Yeah, she's not going to be a pushover. So, I mean, I expect to get my ass kicked, so, I mean, yeah, let's just go. I waited till she made the first move. I waited till she... I waited till she made the first move. Because I was like...
Is it my turn now?
I say, damn, she's quick. Quick.
Take it easy. Spare your energy. Running is of little use.
Father's even stronger than I expected.
Now that's more like it. With these rising flames.
Now you shall perish.
Oh, that was a good hit.
Try to pace yourself. With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise.
Okay, now she getting...
Spare your energy. Running is of little use.
Okay, so it says... Okay, so if I use a... Okay, so if I use a charged attack, it will hurt me. Okay, so I can't use a charged attack. I cannot use a charged attack. So if I use a charged attack, it will hurt me.
Is it my turn now? With these rising flames.
Winging it wasn't the best idea.
Ow!
Is it my turn now?
Man, she hits really freaking hard.
I swear by my sword.
Jeez.
Look out! Running is of little use.
Trying to avoid that damn attack. I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to at least heal back up. Holy shit, she's powerful.
Let's get it on. And voila!
Take the bottom life and use a charge attack. Oh, we're supposed to use a charge attack. We're supposed to use a charge attack.
Running is of little use.
We're supposed to use one to clear it.
Flames.
Hang in there.
Not bad.
So I'm supposed to use a charge attack. Oh, jeez.
Is it my turn?
Inazuma shines eternal.
Get in gear.
There you go. Yeah, it's not over yet though. She's gonna send out her second form, I guarantee it. Yep. She ain't done yet. Cinder of the two, whatever that said. I think it said Cinder of the Two Worlds. I think that's what that said. Jesus. Damn, okay.
My blade is all that remains.
Illusion shattered.
This is a cheap shot, but okay. Yeah. Trying to get away from her at least.
Over here.
He's just at least run around a circle.
Now you shall perish.
Watch out for your movement. Made manifest.
I swear by my sword.
I'll use that to heal. That might have been the best strategy, actually. Okay, here's this attack.
Only ruin remains.
Jesus.
Gotcha.
Her attacks are just crazy.
up her father's movements! Look out!
I saw that coming. Jeez. Man, you could block that. That's impressive.
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Oh, you're screwed. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Oh, you tricked it. Nice.
Sorry, Father!
Oh. No, I don't. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think you landed the hit.
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
Everybody's trapped.
Father, no!
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
Crimson Moon. I can't move.
Still, not strong enough to beat me.
She's spooked, I guess, enough to scare her, I guess? Damn, I mean, just like, holy cow.
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. We wouldn't want things to get too out of hand.
Brother, are you alright?
Lenny.
Given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed, the punishment stands.
No! I never thought things would end like this.
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In
See?
light of this,
That's what I'm saying. If you show a good amount of strength, she'll change her mind.
Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe. I didn't lose a single one.
Wonderful. Then, in just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. What's suggested?
Wait, what?
Searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be burned away.
Jesus.
You can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth.
If you can withstand... So if you can't withstand the pain of that, you're just dead.
In other words, Administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house.
Good
And give you
grief.
a new identity.
Man, I guess you don't want to screw around with her. Damn. He wasn't killed at all. He was memory wiped.
Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self.
Oh. Oh, okay, I see. So actually, what she, in terms of like, what she means by killing, is they continue to live, but she kills like their self in the House of the Hearth, like their memories of it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it makes more sense.
So, you're just letting us go, Father?
Yeah, but your memories are gonna be wiped.
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survives will be nothing but a stranger.
Yeah.
Even so, I won't have to live in fear anymore. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, Filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver. Don't let yourself be controlled by your emotions.
Of course. I'll remember.
I will say this though.
Dry
I'm
your
gonna take
tears,
that. I'm
and
gonna
go
take that
pursue the
line
life you really
and
want.
actually might write that
Yes,
down.
Father.
Anger makes you impulsive.
Chapleau,
Sorrow causes you to
Foltz,
waver.
Elwar,
That's actually a really
take
good
them
line.
back to
Actually, I
Poisson,
might actually
and bring
put that as the
Lily and the
inspirational
others as
quote.
well.
Actually.
I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them, the choice is yours. Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
So she doesn't. Actually, she doesn't intend on just ending their lives completely. She just ends the life of them being in the house. Okay.
Let's go.
So it's at least you get to live as a person, but just not part of the family.
Here, grab my arm, Linny. I'll help you walk back.
Thank you.
Claire V.
So I'm guessing that's it. Or there's still something.
Can we talk now? I've been waiting for a super long time. You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up? Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming? What a long dream.
Neither. You died, Claire V. That's what happened.
Just straight to the point. Just straight to the point.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little.
Yeah.
She's so speechless.
Yeah, you could have, but she just said, like you just said, screw that. Just tell her straightforward.
Oh. Okay then. Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that? Yep.
What else?
That's what Perry says
What else
happened.
she's supposed to do?
Then I
wouldn't lie to me. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry, that means Mother is gone, isn't she? Can you tell me about it? I want to know what happened to her. And to me.
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky. You wanted to see the aurora, so one night we promised each other we would go to Snezhnaya to see it together. Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make an example of you by slowly torturing you over time. That way, the other children would know what happens to traitors. Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the children she raised. But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. Your efforts may have only delayed the inevitable, but still. You gave them hope. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me. On that gloomy day, you told me, "For the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly possess is the freedom to choose to die."
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down. But somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. And I always hoped that person would be you. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice. Even when I first met you, I knew you'd be able to do what I couldn't.
Is that so? Even now, I'm not sure I truly understand what kind of freedom you were trying to pursue. But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. The freedom to choose their own fate. It's something I discussed with the Eudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization. In return, they will be allowed to live a normal life in Fontaine without being prosecuted for their past. Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it. Only freedom that is earned has true value.
That's more than enough. That's exactly the kind of life I was fighting for. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king, and a really great father, too. I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places. Perhaps they would be willing to tell you what the outside world is like.
Really? Of course! We've traveled all over the place. We've got so many stories, we could probably talk your ears off for 3 days straight.
Probably way longer, actually. Jeez, there's all 4 things right there.
You know, I used to dream of being a bard. Playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. Even if there was no one there to listen, I would have continued to sing no matter what. Ah, that's where Mora comes from. I never knew that before. If I had some Mora, I would buy 3 new dresses. One for me, one for Perry, and one for Mother. It's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, well, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either. I guess I'd just have to keep them all for me then. I could wear a different one every day.
I do like how Arlecchino just went like, she just went like, maybe I should reconsider that. she had to, like, she was like, man, I feel bad for saying
Those
something like that.
yokai you mentioned, what do they look like? I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head and a super scary face. Are there any yokai like that?
Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni. Yep, we've met one, and let Paimon tell you, they're not nearly as scary as they look.
Yeah, they just have that mask on it, kind of that just spooks you.
I was always too afraid to skip Mother's fighting lessons. But at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class. Things that have nothing to do with studying. I'm just kidding. Being able to study whatever you want without having to fear for your life actually sounds pretty great.
Hmm.
The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime, and they were going to have to stand trial at the Opera Epicles.
Oh no! That must have been hard for all of you. What happened next?
Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super quickly. All thanks to Detective Paimon, of course.
Still has the
How'd you do
glasses.
that? Come on, tell me.
Okay, so it was like this. After the failed magic show, we rushed to the scene.
She still has the mask. It's hilarious. Yeah, that's good. Our troubles have been forgotten. Nice. One class. Probably not much longer.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time.
Yeah.
Clairvy,
So I'm
you've
guessing.
worked tirelessly from the shadows
So I'm
to
guessing this is where
overthrow the House of the Hearth.
Arlecchino
Now,
fully gets
by
rid of
my
her.
authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well? Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me.
Yeah.
Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Paraware. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Hmm.
Clairvy. She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
Yeah, that's alright.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures. But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye.
True.
Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new day.
Father?
It's Linny! Hey, Linny! What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
Yeah, give her a moment by herself, I guess.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered. Filio and the others have left the house.
And you? What have you decided?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But we never wanted to leave the house. It's the only home we've ever known. Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été. But I decided to come back and tell you where we stood.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. Yet you seem to have different ideas. I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a
Well, I mean,
quiet
why would you be
life.
surprised? I mean,
Leading this
this is like his
organization
only
is a
home he's ever
heavy
had.
responsibility.
And I mean, it makes
One not
sense.
so
That's why he would
easily
stay.
carried by
Because
someone
you gave him a
forced onto
home.
the throne.
You
I just
did.
never understood what you saw in me. What made you believe I was deserving of that throne?
You're brave, talented, and, most importantly, you cherish your family. You would do anything to protect them, even if it costs you your life.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all thanks to you that we were able to convince Father to back down.
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero. Father is the real hero.
Hmm.
Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning, from the very moment she suggested a duel. I'm not deserving of that title. I'm not strong enough, or smart enough.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act on it. We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For someone of your talent, though, that's something that will come with time. Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you. That capacity to honor your convictions is what I truly see in you.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes. Caution will only hold you back. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor. Back then, there was still a considerable gap between our abilities. Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand, Father. Thank you.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one, so I'll ask you one last time. Are you certain you want to stay?
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Plus, with Project Stuja at hand, there are many dangers ahead, and I, for one, don't intend to back down. Protecting my family at all costs. That's my conviction.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson. Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for our prey to come to us. At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in vain. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment. No matter how arduous the journey ahead, I hope we both reach our desired destination.
Okay, wait until 2 days later. Okay, so let's circle that real fast. We're finishing this quest up, which I think there's not much left on it. I've only slept for 2 hours, and I'm this close to being not going down for the count, but we're gonna do it.
Didn't Linny say that Lynette and Fremine... Lynette? Fremine? How are you feeling?
Much better.
Whew, what a relief!
What about you? Are you feeling alright?
I knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the other hand, well, we've been bedridden for 2 days. I couldn't even turn over. Oh, and I wanted to ask, is Clairvy gone? Linny and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been any more sightings of a spirit roaming the house.
I see.
I'm glad. Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crusabina and Clairvy. Actually, I've met Crusabina before.
Wait, what? You've met the former Knave?
Crusabina died a year after Clairvy. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth. Crusabina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. While she was alive, the atmosphere in the house was suffocating. When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike, were gone. Crusabina never talked about the past with us newcomers. A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crusabina and burned all her files. With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments, Clairvy included, were lost to the flames, along with the painful memories they represented.
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about Crusabina or Clairvy.
It really seems like something she was planning to keep to herself. The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about it. The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. Whatever happened in the past, it has nothing to do with who we are now. And that's what Father told us in the end.
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crusabina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been. The members of the house meant nothing to her. To say that she valued them in any way, even just as a tool, would probably be giving her too much credit. If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already.
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us together. But even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. Because this is our home. We may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave. But as long as Father is here, we will always have a home.
Whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow, we'll follow Father wherever she chooses to go. So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis. Without your help, we could have lost a lot more along the way.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Of course. You're welcome anytime.
Are Filio and Nantoy okay?
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking about one of the operas that started running recently. They seemed happy. If I had to take a guess, I would say they finally found the kind of life they always wished for.
Right. And that is it. Wow. So overall, I mean, with the story for about Arlecchino and everything, honestly, I think it's
Good
one of my
roll.
favorite stories so
All
far.
right, maybe I'll take one more day off
So,
and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
uh, I mean, I've got nothing to say really. Just it was really it was put together really well. So I mean, I didn't expect it, but yeah, it's really good. So yeah, I don't know how to end it off that, but yeah, but, I mean that's gonna do it for this stream anyway. Cause I mean I gotta get some sleep now. But either way though, played all the way through her story, and honestly I really enjoyed it. I would rate it pretty high. I don't know what I rate it yet, but we'll see once I upload and everything. So yeah, see you on the next stream. I don't know when it's gonna be, but it'll be sometime. So yeah, y'all take care.